In this video, we'll be talking about color correction. Now keep in mind that color correction is different from color grading, and we'll go over color grading in the next video. What color correction is it's basically making it so that the white balance in the exposure of your clip matches with what you see with your own eyes. And color grading is styling the color of your footage and giving it a certain look or feel. The goal is to try to get your color correction right when you're filming in camera so that you don't have to do it in editing. I found that I hardly ever do color correction anymore in editing because I try to nail my exposure and white balance on set so that it's already good to go when I go to color grade. The most common issue that I see with filmmakers is having footage that's too warm and too overexposed. Make sure that when you're filming that you look on your screen and match it with what you see with your eyes. You may have to look back and forth a few times and make adjustments until you get it perfect, but it's way better to do it in camera than to try to have to fix it in editing. And if you have the option of either overexposing or underexposing your footage, I would underexpose it because there's almost nothing that you can do to recover blown out highlights, whereas it's a bit easier to recover crushed shadows. So we're going to take a clip here that wasn't shot correctly, and then we're going to color correct it so that it's good to go to color grade. So we've got this clip, and as you can see here, that it does not look like what you'd see with your real eyes. It's too warm, it's too overexposed, his face looks too bright, so we're going to go ahead and color correct this so that we can color grade it. So first thing is we're going to go into window, and then we're going to go into workspace, and we're going to go to color. That'll bring us into our color panel. And when you're in this panel, make sure that your program window is really big because if it's super small, it'll be really hard to get it right. So make sure that your program window is as big as you can get it. Okay, and now we're gonna start working on this. So the first thing that we can notice is that it's too warm. So we're gonna take this slider here and we're gonna move it over to the left until it looks kind of natural to where it would look with our normal eyes. So that's about right there, is looking pretty good. That looks a lot cooler and a lot more natural. And now the next thing I notice is that his skin is also really pink. So we're going to take this next slider and we're going to move it over into the green a little bit until it looks a little bit more natural. So I'd say right about there looks a lot better. So now you can see that it's already looking tons better. So now we're going to tweak it just a little bit more. You can see it's a little bit overexposed. So we're going to take the exposure tool and we're going to drag it down just a little bit. I would say right about there. And I also think that it could use some more contrast as well. It looks like this was shot in more of a flat picture profile. So we're going to up the contrast here until it looks about where we would see it with our normal eyes. So I would say right about there is looking great. So I think that's pretty much it for color correction. So if we can go here and we click on this Lumetri color, click on the effects button, we can see the before and after. So you can see that we really made it look a lot better and a lot more natural in how we would see it with our eyes. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one where we'll talk about color grading.